This is Timothée Chalamet's first ever Spirit Award nomination.
I have a lot of faith. I have a lot of faith in this industry. I have a lot of faith for our country. I have faith because of Greta Gerwig and Luca Guadagnino and Josh Safdie and Jordan Peele.
You can be the master of your fate. You can be the captain of your soul. But you have to realize that life is coming from you and not at you. And that takes time.
Marty Supreme Christmas Day. Marty Supreme Christmas Day. Marty Supreme Christmas Day. Hey, Timothy, has anything interesting happened to you in your life the last couple months? Marty Supreme Christmas Day.
Sun is falling, speed in the black. Nobody driving.
Raise your hand if you actually believed a multimillionaire Hollywood A-lister was just a quiet, fragile indie boy who spends his weekends reading classic literature. For years, the internet treated Timothée Chalamet like this protected, magical creature, the ultimate soft boy for a generation. We bought it hook, line, and sinker. But right now, that entire vibe has completely flipped. The carefully constructed mystic is absolutely shattered.
Somebody named Timothée Chalamet had the nerve, big guy, by the way, had the nerve to say on camera,
I don't want to be working in ballet or opera or, things where it's like, no one cares about this anymore.
hey, by the way, opera is 400 years old. Ballet is 500 years old.
Over the past year, we've seen him transform from a quiet, artistic prodigy into a hyper-visible, aggressively loud press tour fixture who honestly cannot stop talking about his own genius. Between erratic PR stunts, public callouts from high school principals, and a massive global feud with the classical art world, people are finally looking past the curtain. What they're finding underneath isn't an indie darling. It's just a hyper-ambitious corporate brand trying to max out his fame. The foundation of Timothée's brand was built on the narrative that he was a pure, selective artist. But if you look closely, the cracks show up immediately. He wasn't a starving artist. His family was already deeply rooted in show business. He heavily leaned into the indie world, breaking through globally with Call Me By Your Name. Critics later noticed that in almost all of his early roles, he didn't necessarily have to give a masterclass in acting. He just had to stand there, look fragile, and let visionary directors use beautiful camera angles to create the illusion of depth. The second he was forced to step outside that box, like trying to play a powerful combat leader in Dune Part 2, he got completely eaten alive on screen by Austin Butler's sheer physical intensity. This brings us to the core shift in how people view him now: calculating. Look at his career trajectory. It reads less like an artist chasing creative curiosity and more like a corporate marketing board maximizing growth. First, build artsy credibility with Lady Bird. Next, cash in on mainstream commercialization with Wonka and Dune. Finally, go hard on Oscar hunting with Marty Supreme. Compare this to someone like Robert Pattinson, who deliberately did the most unhinged, financially risky indie movies because he genuinely cared about the craft. Timothée treats his career like an optimized investment portfolio. And don't even get me started on the dating history, because the social climbing is almost artistic. He went from dating the daughter of Madonna to the daughter of Steve Jobs to the daughter of Johnny Depp, before finally reaching the final boss of liquid wealth and mainstream visibility, Kylie Jenner. It makes perfect sense when you realize he's a fame mixer. Kylie wasn't a contradiction to his brand, she was the ultimate upgrade. Then came the try-hard pipeline. The quiet, introspective actor was replaced by a guy wearing ridiculously loud outfits, randomly rapping during public appearances, and lecturing a generation facing massive economic crisis that a life without children is bleak. Seriously, man, read the room. But the absolute final straw happened during a conversation with Matthew McConaughey. Timothée casually decided to punch down at traditional performing arts. This is what he had to say.
And I don't want to be working in ballet or opera or, things where it's like, hey, keep this thing alive, even though no one cares about this anymore. All respect to the ballet and opera people out there. I just lost 14 cents in viewership, but damn, I just took shots for no reason.
That's not a shot. I hear what you're saying. Yeah. So,
The sheer arrogance instantly set the internet on fire. The worlds of theater, dance, and opera are the exact foundations that built his career, and his own mother and sister were literally trained dancers. The backlash was instant and beautifully savage. Legendary principal dancer Misty Copeland called him out. The Seattle Opera mocked him with a Timothée discount code, and his own alma mater, LaGuardia High School, released a public letter saying they were deeply disappointed.
I'm offended and disappointed in what he said. I didn't realize that he was that vapid and that shallow.
A lot of young people need to understand, don't just flip off and say something.
Yeah.
Really understand that your words have meaning.
I just lost 14 cents in viewership.
No, when people get mad, it'll be a lot more than 14 cents.
That's right.
So be careful. I'm just saying, be careful, boy. Anna. No? He is a boy to me.
All respect to the ballet and opera people out there.
And really, don't apologize when you've insulted. Don't, because it doesn't sound right. You know, you can't say, oh, this is dumb and, you know, no disrespect for it. That's absolute disrespect.
Damn, I just took shots for no reason.
It completely unmasked him. It showed that despite all his artsy posturing, Timothée Chalamet views art through the exact same lens as a studio executive. If it doesn't make a massive profit, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, the internet's obsession with him was always based on a character he played, not who actually was. Underneath the messy hair, he's just a standard hyper-ambitious Hollywood actor with a corporate agenda. The sweet tea era is officially over.
And I know we're in a subjective business, but the truth is, I'm really in pursuit of greatness. I know people don't usually talk like that, but I want to be one of the greats. I'm inspired by the greats. I'm inspired by the greats here tonight. I'm as inspired by Daniel Day-Lewis, Marlon Brando, and Viola Davis as I am by Michael Jordan and Michael Phelps, and I want to be up there. So I'm deeply grateful to that. This doesn't signify that, but it's a little more fuel, it's a little more ammo to keep going. Thank you so much.
Let me know what you think in the comments. Did the Kylie Jenner era change how you view him, or did you see through the try-hard energy a long time ago? Hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.
I'll talk to you guys later.